Ever caught yourself wondering if your cat truly loves you, or if they're just putting up with you for the tuna? You're not alone, and trust me, you're not losing your mind. Cats are complex little furballs, and their mysterious ways often leave us scratching our heads. Today, we're diving into 5 signs that might reveal your cat isn't as smitten as you'd like to think. Don't worry though, we're here to help you decode these feline signals and turn that aloof kitty into your best furry friend. Ready to get started? Let's go! Cats are super perceptive little furballs. They often pick up on our vibes even before they see us. With their amazing sense of smell and hearing, they can detect tiny changes in their environment and our mood. So, if you're stressed or anxious, your body gives off different scents and sounds, and your cat definitely notices. That's why if you're feeling off, your cat might avoid eye contact or keep their distance until you're feeling better. Have you ever noticed your cat acting differently when you're stressed? Share your experiences in the comments below. Also, have you ever noticed your cat doing that slow blink thing? It's like they're blowing you a kiss. Studies suggest this is their way of showing trust and love. So if your cat isn't giving you those dreamy slow blinks, they might not be feeling the love as much as you'd hope. When was the last time your cat gave you a slow blink? Let us know in the comments. In the world of cats, their eyes are like windows to their furry little souls. Ever catch your cat staring deeply into your eyes, holding that gaze like they're trying to read your mind? That's their way of saying, "I trust you, human." But if your kitty avoids your eyes like you've got lasers shooting out of them, or leaves the room when you try to connect, it's a different story. This might mean they're feeling a bit distrustful. Ever noticed how your cat's tail seems to have a mind of its own? Cats use their tails like little flags, sending out signals we need to decode. A raised tail? That's one happy cat. A tucked tail? Uh-oh, they're scared. But watch the movement too. Unlike a dog's joyful wag, a cat's tail flicking is a bad sign. It's like their version of tapping a foot impatiently. If your cat's tail is flicking when they're around you, it might mean they're annoyed or upset. Have you seen your cat's tail doing any of these signals? Describe what you've observed in the comments below. Let's dive deeper into cattail language. Here's what your cat's tail might be telling you. 1. Slow, gentle swishing. If your cat's tail is swishing slowly back and forth, it usually means they're focused on something, like a toy or a bug. You'll often see this during play or hunting mode. 2. Quick, jerky movements. When your cat's tail makes quick, jerky movements, it's often a sign of irritation. This can happen when they're being petted too much or disturbed while resting. 3. Puffed up tail. When your cat's tail fluffs up, they're either scared or feeling threatened. This is a defensive posture meant to make them look bigger to any perceived threat. 4. Tail wrapped around another cat or person. If your cat wraps their tail around you or another cat, it's a sign of friendship and trust. It's like their version of holding hands. 5. Twitching tip. If just the tip of your cat's tail is twitching, it can indicate interest or curiosity, often seen when they're observing something intriguing or stalking. 6. Tail held low. A tail held low can indicate unease or submission, especially if it's between their legs. But remember, some breeds like Persians naturally carry their tails low, so context is key. Next time you see your cat's tail flicking, pause and evaluate the situation. Are they disturbed during their nap? Or are you trying to pet them when they'd rather be left alone? Understanding these tail signals can help you respond appropriately to your cat's mood and needs. Ever wonder why your cat seems determined to turn your couch into confetti? Cats scratch things for lots of reasons, not just to ruin your furniture. Promise! Scratching is a way for cats to mark their territory because their paws have scent glands that leave a mark. Plus, scratching helps shed the outer layers of their claws, keeping them sharp and ready for action. But what if your cat starts scratching like a furry tornado? When your cat's regular scratching routine ramps up, leaving a trail of destruction, it can be a sign of anxiety or stress. Think about how you might pace when you're stressed. Cats do something similar. Changes in their environment, like a new pet, a new family member, or even rearranging furniture, can stress your cat out. In some cases, excessive scratching can signal health issues like skin conditions or allergies. If you see other signs like hair loss, redness, or swelling, it's time to visit the vet. Now, grab a pen and paper or open your notes app and answer these questions. 1. Changes. Have there been any recent changes in your household that could be stressing your cat? New pets, visitors, or even new furniture? 2. Health. Have you noticed any signs of health issues like hair loss, redness, or swelling around the scratched areas? 3. Environment. Do you have enough scratching posts or pads around the house? If not, consider adding more to give your cat designated scratching spots. Providing scratching posts and using sprays designed to deter cats from scratching certain areas can help manage this behavior. And remember, never scold your cat for scratching. It's natural for them. Instead, try to understand what's causing the stress and address it. We'd love to hear your experiences. Have you had any success stories or funny moments with your cat's scratching habits? Share your stories in the comments below. Take a look around your home. Can you spot at least 3 good locations for a scratching post? Try to place them in areas your cat frequents, especially near their favorite napping spots. Understanding your cat's scratching habits can save your furniture and improve your cat's overall well-being. Happy scratching! Every cat owner knows that cats are generally clean animals. They use their litter boxes and keep themselves pretty tidy. But did you know that your cat's litter box behavior can say a lot about their emotional state? When your cat starts avoiding their litter box or doing their business outside it, it might not just be a behavioral issue. It could be a sign that your cat is stressed or unhappy. Maybe there's a change in their environment they're not cool with, or maybe they're not feeling well. A study in a feline medicine journal found a big link between litter box problems and cat stress. Stressed cats were more likely to have issues like inappropriate urination, which is a common litter box problem. If you notice your cat grooming themselves excessively to the point of losing fur or causing skin irritation, it's a warning sign. Excessive grooming often means your cat is dealing with anxiety or discomfort. They might be stressed about a change in their environment or trying to alleviate some physical discomfort. If you suspect excessive grooming, start by looking for physical causes like fleas, allergies, or skin infections. If there's no physical cause, it's time to consider stress or anxiety. Has there been a recent change in their environment, like a new pet or a change of residence? If you spot a potential stressor, try to address it. If excessive grooming continues, it might be time to visit the vet. If your cat seems to be hiding more than usual, disappearing for hours on end, it could be a sign that something's wrong. Hiding frequently can be a way to express anxiety. If they're spending a lot of time hidden away, it might mean they're not comfortable around you or something in their environment is making them uneasy. Cats also tend to hide when they're sick or in pain. They have a strong survival instinct, and in the wild, showing signs of illness or pain could make them easy targets for predators. This instinctive behavior has stuck around in our domesticated cats. When they're not feeling well, cats tend to hide to protect themselves. Pay attention to changes in their behavior. If your normally social cat is spending a lot of time hiding, it can be cause for concern. If they're also showing other signs of illness like a loss of appetite, changes in litter box habits, or a decrease in self-grooming, it's definitely time to call the vet. We all know that cats aren't dogs. They have their own unique way of showing love. But if your feline friend is consistently ignoring your attempts at affection, it might be a sign that they're not feeling as much love as you expected. There could be several reasons for this. Maybe your cat is not feeling well, or there's a change in their environment that's stressing them out. Or it could just be that they're not in the mood for cuddles. If your cat is unresponsive, give them some space. Cats are independent creatures and value their alone time. Instead of forcing affection, let them come to you when they're ready. You might wonder if my cat is stressed or anxious. Does that mean they don't like me? The behaviors mentioned in the video show that your cat isn't doing well because they're not feeling well. It's not necessarily about their feelings towards you. By changing their stressful environment, they'll see you in a different light. To illustrate this, let me share a story about an extraordinary cat and his transformation. In an old apartment complex, there was a scruffy street cat known to all as Ugly. Ugly's appearance was the stuff of legends. He had a missing eye, torn ears, a half-mangled tail, and a perpetual scowl that could send shivers down anyone's spine. His fur was patchy, his body scarred from countless fights, and he had a reputation for loving 3 things: fighting, eating, and rummaging through garbage. Despite his fearsome looks, Ugly had a certain charm, albeit an unusual one. The residents quickly learned to keep their distance, warning each newcomer with tales of Ugly's ferocity. "Don't touch that cat," they'd advise, convinced Ugly was more beast than pet. Enter Joe, a new tenant who wasn't easily swayed by tales of terror. Joe had a soft spot for animals, and Ugly intrigued him. One sunny afternoon, as Ugly was hunched over a trash bin, Joe decided to make his move. He approached slowly, kneeling down to Ugly's level and extending his hand. To everyone's surprise, Ugly didn't hiss or swipe. Instead, he paused, looked up at Joe with his one good eye, and then, in an unexpected gesture of trust, rubbed against Joe's leg, purring loudly. Joe, completely unfazed by Ugly's rough appearance, began to pet him. Ugly's usual ferocity melted away, revealing a cat who craved affection just as much as any other. This moment marked the beginning of an extraordinary friendship. Joe became Ugly's human, the one person who could tame the beast. They were soon inseparable, wandering the complex together. Ugly, who once prowled alone, now had a companion who saw past his scars to the loving heart within. The transformation was miraculous. Ugly, who had always been the terror of the complex, became a symbol of unexpected friendship. He still retained his tough exterior, hissing and posturing when others came too close. But with Joe, he was different. Ugly would follow Joe everywhere, his once threatening tail now a playful swish, his scowl replaced by a contented look. Word spread quickly about Joe and Ugly's unlikely bond. The residents, initially skeptical, began to see Ugly in a new light. He became the mascot of the apartment complex, a living testament to the power of kindness and understanding. Ugly's story touched everyone, teaching them that even the roughest exteriors could hide the most tender of hearts. Joe and Ugly's friendship also brought changes to the way the community interacted with stray animals. People started leaving out food and water, and a few brave souls even tried to pet other strays, inspired by Joe's example. Ugly, once feared and avoided, became a symbol of hope and compassion. One particularly memorable incident was when a new tenant moved in with a dog, a large, boisterous Labrador named Max. The complex buzzed with anticipation, expecting a showdown between Ugly and Max. To everyone's astonishment, Ugly walked up to Max, sniffed him, and then, with a flick of his tail, sauntered away, uninterested. Max, sensing the old cat's dominance, wisely chose to befriend him. Soon, Ugly and Max were often seen lounging together in the sun, an unlikely duo that further highlighted Ugly's transformation. Years went by, and Ugly aged gracefully under Joe's care. His once fierce demeanor softened, and he became a beloved figure, not just in Joe's life, but in the entire community. Ugly's story was retold countless times, a legend of resilience, love, and the transformative power of kindness. Joe often said that Ugly had taught him more about life than any person ever could. The lessons of patience, unconditional love, and seeing beyond the surface were ones Joe carried with him long after Ugly passed away. Ugly's memory lived on, a reminder to everyone in the complex that love and kindness can turn even the most feared creature into a friend. In the end, Ugly's legacy was one of unexpected love and acceptance, proving that every being, no matter how tough or damaged on the outside, has the capacity for immense love and companionship. And sometimes, all it takes is one person willing to look beyond the exterior to bring out the best in them. Understanding your cat's behavior can be a bit like trying to decode an ancient language, but it's essential for building a stronger bond with your feline friend. From recognizing their stress signals to interpreting their tail flicks, every gesture is a piece of the puzzle. Cats are sensitive creatures who often respond to their environment and the energy around them. When they show signs of stress or discomfort, it's not about their feelings towards you, but rather a call for a better-suited environment. Take the story of Ugly and Joe. Despite Ugly's rough exterior and initial wariness, Joe's patience and kindness transformed Ugly from a feared street cat into a beloved companion. This tale reminds us that understanding and compassion can break down even the toughest barriers. To summarize, recognizing the signs that your cat may not be entirely happy can help you make the necessary changes to improve their well-being. Whether it's through providing more scratching posts, ensuring their environment is stress-free, or simply giving them the space they need, your efforts can turn an aloof kitty into a loving companion. Thank you for joining us on this journey of understanding our feline friends better. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and share your own cat stories in the comments below. Your experiences and insights can help fellow cat lovers build happier relationships with their furry companions. Happy cat parenting!